Hello, beautiful. In this video, I will explain how to use the menstrual cycle tracker. This practice will really help you to get insights into how you're changing throughout the month, through the phases that you're going through, and will enable you to recognize patterns. And then based on this, you will be then able to listen more to your needs and also plan your life around it and adjust. And that is then the real beauty that comes with it, because you will understand yourself so much better. So we made this as simple as possible. There's going to be one page per month that you will be using, and you will have to print it out because you will be filling it in by hand. You will be coloring in the hearts. How cool is that? And it will take you less than 5 minutes per day. Okay, so I will start sharing the screen that I show you actually how this looks like. So this is how it looks on, that's the only page that you will use. It looks a little bit distorted now. There are some lines missing in between, but don't worry about it. When you zoom in and when you print it out, it's all gonna be as it should. Here, you start by filling in the cycle start date. So this is the first day of your period, of your bleeding. So just put the day, the month, the year in. Okay, now let's go to the columns. In first column, it's the title, it's phase. And here you will see an overview, an estimate of the cycle phases. Now, in a lot of cases, when you look online, they really simplify this and they divide the phases. They just say week one phase, week two, second phase, week three, third phase, week four, fourth phase. But it's actually a little bit different. So the first two phases, the menstrual, yes, can be like up to 7 days. The same is then with the follicular, which follows, also can be like roughly 7 days. But then the ovulation phase is actually quite shorter. It's like, let's say 4 days. It's even shorter, 3 or even less to be, if we're honest. And then the luteal phase is the one that is the longest. Okay, like in this case, we put it 14 days. And so we know that this estimate might not align with your actual cycle. And that is why we put here the second column, my phase, okay, where you track your cycle, okay? And you write here, and now I see we'll actually leave this uncolored. We'll do a little change so that then you will be able to use your colors to mark your phases. Good. Then third column is day. So it starts obviously with day 1, which, as we said, is the first day of your period. Okay. And then you go all the way down. Now we here went down to 32 days. Now, like I don't want to say the optimal cycle, but, or maybe let's say the average cycle would be 28 days. Now your cycle might be 25 days, or it can be 35 days or longer, or it's very unpredictable. So, and irregular. So in case you need a tracking sheet with more days, let us know and we'll create this for you. So actually, so let's go jump a bit to the second column, my phase. So let's say that your bleeding phase, your period is just 3 days long, okay? That means you will continue here, and then your ovulation might come then on 8/11, let's say. And your luteal phase will be much shorter, right? So just use this in a way that works for you. And let's move to the next column. Next column, you will see it's called the moon. Now this column is optional, and you will use it in case you want to track how your cycle is aligned with the lunar phases, because it brings a little bit of a different energy to it, depending whether you are bleeding on the new moon or you're bleeding on the full moon. It will affect a little bit how you are experiencing your cycle. If this is something which is like, what is she talking about? Don't worry, just leave this out for now. It's not necessary. It's just like an additional thing, or maybe if you're interested in that, do this. So what can you do here is that in this little circle, every day you will actually draw the moon phase. So you will draw how much the moon is visible on the sky. Now you can do this by watching to the night sky, or you can simply just Google and type moon phases, the month and the year that you are in right now, okay? And you will get like a whole list, month by month. You will get the exact same like spreadsheet, and you will see how the moon is growing and waning. And you can note this here if this is of your interest. Next column is flow. Here you will mark your bleeding. So you will color in one heart if your blood flow is weak, if it's barely there. 2 hearts if it's like medium, and 3 hearts if it's like a really heavy flow. Then when your period ends, you will simply leave the hearts empty. Next column is your emotional. Okay, so here you will mark your emotional state, the overall state of the day. So we recommend that you fill this out in the evening, okay? When you're finished with your day and you will have the chance to reflect on all these things, all these different areas of your life and your being and how you felt. So in this emotional, you will color in 1 heart if you have been feeling like low, like not good emotionally, okay? So 2 if you've been kind of neutral, feeling okay, and 3 if you've been really, really happy with your emotions. So the same principle applies to everything that you're filling out here, okay? Like 1 heart is kind of like the low, and then 2 hearts is like the average, the medium, and 3 hearts is like the top, okay? So if you need things in between, you can, you know, color in half hearts, put extra symbols to it. You will find your way how to use this tracker so that it makes sense for you. Physical, next column. So here you will mark how you are feeling in your body. What is happening with the energy in your body? Are you really low in energy, feeling tired? In that case, you will color in 1 heart, 2 hearts if kind of average, and 3 hearts if you're feeling like full of energy, strong, and top of your form. Next column, mental. So how you're feeling in your head, in your mind. Are you like, if you're really scattered, unfocused, or like unmotivated, put 1, color in 1 heart. 2 if like, yeah, it's just like a normal day, I'm going through my things. And 3 if you're like, wow, I'm super sharp, my mind is clear, I'm just getting things done. Next column, sensitivity. Color in 1 heart if you are feeling less sensitive than usual, 2 hearts if as normal, and 3 hearts if you're feeling extra sensitive today. Next column, you will mark about your desire for food. So you will color in 1 heart if the cravings, the desire for food is lower than usual, 2 if it's normal, and 3 if you're craving more food than usual. You can also note which foods you are craving. Next column is social. So here you will mark how social or antisocial you feel. So 1 heart if you're really not feeling social, 2 hearts if it's like, yeah, I don't mind, and 3 if you're like, if you have the desire to like really be around people and go out. And the next one is your sex drive. So 1 heart if your sex drive is low or not existent, 2 if it's as you like medium, neutral, and 3 if you're feeling really turned on and your desire for sex is high. And the last column, you will see here word of the day. So this is if you can find like a common theme that you can summarize the day in 1 word or maybe 2 words, okay? So if you can do that, you can use this column. And this is pretty much it, okay? It's really, as you see, it's not gonna take you a lot of time. However, if you want to go deeper, if you feel, and also if you feel the need to break down this overview a bit more, for example, if you want to, each of these columns can be used as a journaling prompt, or as, you know, for the flow, you can note the color, the smell, the was it the texture, was it like really liquid, super liquid blood, or was it super dense, did you have blood clots, all these things. Emotional, what kind of emotions were present, and maybe, you know, you were feeling something in the morning and then it really changed throughout the day. Physical, it might also be changing, and mental as well. You know, all these things can be fluctuating. So if you feel the need to note these things down, then use this tracker in combination with a journal. And just make sure that at the beginning of the entry in your journal, you mark the day of your cycle, and any of these elements that you feel that are relevant for you, whether that's adding the moon phase or the date or adding the phase next to it. Track it in a way that makes sense for you. And if at the beginning, you know, you will need to check, oh, how exactly do I fill this out? Don't worry. On second page, you have here all the instructions, all the column explanations just down here. And if there's anything more, any more questions that you have about this, we look forward from hearing from you how you are using this tracker, what are you finding out, and we recommend you to use this for at least a couple of months. We would say like 3 months, because this will then give you the opportunity and keep the trackers. And then, you know, you will have like 3 months in front of you, and you will be able to notice the patterns. You will see, oh, okay, I see every month now for 3 months, in the week before my period, this is how I was feeling. And this will give you enormous insight and power and opportunity to adapt how you are living. so that you will be more aligned with the energy that is present in your life right now, at that time. Okay. And then you will see that eventually this need to track and to write down all these things will go away. Like now, Ines and me, we are not using this tracker anymore because we feel all these changes in the body already. We know when we are about to ovulate, when the period is coming. And we already adapt all the activities and our food and our trainings and everything so that it is aligned with these phases, which makes life so much easier. And that is exactly what we want for you as well, that you can enjoy more, that you can flow in your own rhythm. So enjoy tracking and see you in the next training lesson.